Select stream. That's the one. Live chat. We say, hello chat. All right, there you go. Cat, come on, move. Move, cat. All right. Okay. Back to the game here. All right, we're good to go. It looks like we're good to go. Hello, test, test, test. Yes. Yes, I'm going. I'm going. Happy, happy, happy Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Happy, happy day. Martin Luther King Jr. in his time was very unpopular. The white people hated him. His movement was very unpopular. Nobody liked it. Like, none of the white people liked it. But he persisted anyways. And I think the FBI killed him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that exactly worked out. If they're the ones who directly assassinated him, or if they like knew he was gonna get killed, but didn't do anything to stop it, or something. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure the U.S. government had a hand in the death of Martin Luther King Jr. And like before, it would be beyond the pale to suggest such a thing. It would be beyond the pale to suggest such a thing. But now, especially with Donald Trump and the fascists in office, now it's like, yeah, I can kind of see it. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna harvest crops first, cause yeah, it's a good idea. Fortune. And yeah. So Martin Luther King Jr. was a very important leader in the civil rights movement. So America, the United States, particularly in the South, was under the regime of Jim Crow apartheid. So don't get it twisted. Jim Crow is a system of apartheid that the Nazis emulated to make their system against the Jews. So the Americans the white Americans were the first ones to be doing this whole apartheid stuff. See, I gotta fix that. The way I fix it, oh shit, is with gravel, because gravel doesn't pop right away. Like if I just touch it, it breaks with the pickaxe. But if I use gravel, it's like dirt, so it doesn't pop right away. Okay, where was I at? Alright. So Martin Luther King Jr. was very unpopular in his day. People did not like him because his movement, civil rights movement, challenging apartheid, challenging white supremacy, shit. Like, you know, that's divisive. Like, it's been white supremacy forever, and then here comes this person leading a bunch of people to end apartheid the way things have always been for a really, really long time. Why, you know, yeah, he's not going to be popular. He was not popular at all. But it was necessary, right? Because apartheid is evil. Jim Crow is evil. It was a triumph to strike a blow against Jim Crow and to ameliorate a lot of the excesses. I don't know if it didn't go away completely, obviously, because, I mean, look, now we have the Trump regime, which is a white supremacist, reactionary movement. A white supremacist reactionary movement. It's responding to the progressive changes of the United States, becoming a more perfect union. At heart, Jim Crow and the apartheid movement and all of them are the spiritual successors of the Confederacy. So you can look at the Trump regime as being a manifestation of the Confederacy, the Confederate States of America. And they have allied themselves with Russia. Why Russia? Because Russia's the enemy of the West. Is it 8 or 9? I think it's 9. Alright. And understand, the Trump regime is inherently an anti-Western movement. Understand the trajectory of the West. At least the cultural trajectory. Like, the West, quote, pulls from its roots the ancient Greeks and their form of democracy and democracy, and the idea that people could rule themselves without the need of a dictator or a king or a monarch. Alright. My mouse is like, for some reason, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's just, it like sticks. I mean, like, the mouse doesn't stick, but the cursor sticks. And I don't know why. Anyways, so yeah, sure, like, in the beginning, the West was, like, all fucked up like everyone else was. And that's what they did, right? Europe, right? Like, went around and, like, slaughtered one another. Europeans slaughtered one another for thousands of years. They just went around slaughtering one another for thousands and thousands of years, taking land, making armies, and then going to go slaughter one another again for thousands of years. And this is all because the idea was might makes right. Might makes right, and kings and aristocracy are the way to go. Well, eventually, humans figured out science and reason. And with the power of reason, people in the West figured out, oh hey, we don't need to have kings or monarchs or any of that stuff. Because we have the power of reason, and humans are able to govern themselves using the power of reason. So, like, in order to stop killing themselves, the Europeans, right, they underwent this thing called the Age of Enlightenment that brought about scientific reasoning and understanding. I mean, reason and understanding, and the idea of human rights and universal morality. And it was good, right? It was good. It was a way to strike back against the kings. Because, you know, what legitimacy has a king over people's human rights? None. The king can't take away people's human rights. So the Europeans started challenging their kings, their monarchs, with the power of reason. And the United States was the first European colony to use this new idea of from the Age of Enlightenment that, hey, wait, we can create a country based not on aristocracy, not on might makes right, but on liberty and justice. Truth, liberty, and justice. We can do it. And that's what the United States, ideologically, that's what the United States was supposed to be. And that's what makes it so great, right? That was the pinnacle of the West. The pinnacle of the West was the birth of a nation that was not predicated on the idea of might makes right or aristocracy or divine right of kings, but on the consent of the governed. The people that recognizes the power is inherent in the people, and that the people come together to form this government, to form a government, to better protect their interests. It's not that the people don't serve the government serves the people. That was an amazing idea back in the day. So now you have to look at this current crop of Nazis, the MAGA, in the Trump regime, and you have to look at them and say, are they advancing the cause of reason and human rights? No. They are moving backwards. They are going back to might makes right. They are a regression of the West. They're literally enemies of the West. The Trump regime is literally the enemy of the West. That's why the Trump regime has set its sights on the EU. Why would a Western nation, why would a quote-unquote Western nation turn its sights on other Western nations to attack, who are democracies, while this one nation is turning its back on democracy? Like, it's a regression. Trump is a regression. Trump is going backwards. MAGAs are backwards. Man, look how good this looks. You know what? I'm using what's it called? I'm using lossless scaling, and it just seems to work a lot better than AMD's solutions. I mean, I bought the AMD card, right, thinking the hardware was good, and it's, you know, it's not bad. The hardware is not bad, but their software solutions are terrible. I had to pay $7 to another company to create a better software solution than what AMD could create. I should have went with NVIDIA. Like, at first I was happy with it, but the longer it goes, the more I'm recognizing the limitations of the software. Like, AMD promised big, but it didn't deliver. It just didn't deliver. So yeah. So Jim Crow, apartheid, represents a regression, again, a regression of movement away from the ideals of the West and back toward exploitation and slavery. And that's what the Trump regime wants. It wants to go back to exploitation and slavery. Oh yeah, hey, check it out. This is what I've done, right? I cleaned up here, right? I cleaned up. Oh, it's all clean. Look at it. So nice, so nice. Whoa. Like, it was all cramped up in my face at first, and so I just needed a little more space. So I expanded. Probably too much space, but you know, that's alright. I like to jump around and move and stuff. I had to make an arrangement here. I had to change it. It was going straight here, but I had to move it over one, and I'll show you why. Yeah, because yeah, then look, behold, bom bom bom, bom bom bom. What is this? That is an item sorter. So now all the drops that happen right there go into a box right there, which then feed into a to a hopper system, which feeds it to the item sorter, and it sorts the items for me. and then all the junk items get put over here until the junk thing fills up. When it overflows, then it will go into the trash. I can take out the stuff I want, and when I'm done with it, I can just flip this lever, and it will empty. It will clean itself out, so I can put new stuff in there, get more junk. So that's that side, right? Here's the redesigned villager transformation center. It's like the same thing. I just moved it off the top level because I had no room up there. It was like taking up too much space. So I moved it down here. It's out of the way. Same thing with the saved villagers. I moved them down here into their own little house. But then I found out, you know what? When I have these villagers, they make golems, and I can't stop it. So I'm like, if they're gonna make golems, why not make an iron farm? So, you know, I made an iron farm. So there's a guy in here, he's hanging out, he's fine, he'll never leave, he'll never get out of there. These guys are safe, and they're all waiting to watch for the next golem to spawn. And then when that's done, I just go here and collect the goods. So this much iron would take me about 3 hours. It would take me 3 hours to get if I were to do it on my own. I would have to go into the mines. I'd have to go run around digging, try not to die, get lost, dig my way back out, and then find my way home. It's a pretty stressful like loop, you know, to get iron. I've done it a lot of times. I'm really familiar with it. Getting iron sucks. I hate it, and I burn through a lot of iron. A lot of iron. A lot of wood too, right? But the wood you can grow back. Wood is renewable. So let me show you. Like, you see that line of trees right here? I planted these trees because when the time comes and I need more wood, like all right there, I planted all those trees, and then I planted those trees right there too, because when the time comes and I need more wood, I'm gonna come down and chop down all those trees. Why do I need so much wood? To make hoppers, man. Hoppers are expensive. They're expensive in wood, for sure, because you need to make a box, and that's 8 wood, and then you need like 4 or 5 iron. So, and I made a wall. You need a wall of them. I basically made an entire wall of hoppers to make this iron sorter, or this item sorter. So I mean, it's worth it, right? Because like I was getting sick and tired of having to shuffle through all that crap. It would get filled up, and I'd sit there emptying it out over and over and over again. And now I don't even worry about it. I just suck up the delicious XP. Mmm, delicious. And if I ever find a zombie that's a villager, I can close off the thing up there and redo it. And then like pull him out into this one, and then drop him down into the location. Into the location. So yeah, it works pretty nice, pretty neat. Here, I can turn that off now. It's loud. So that and then over here, I found out pumpkins do grow on mud. So I made a super tiny pumpkin and melon farm. Super tiny. And you know, I don't need a lot of pumpkins and melons, so that's good enough, right? That does the job. What I need is a farmer now. If I get a farmer and I decide I figure out I need more of these guys, then I'll do that. But I gotta think about how I'm gonna expand this village, because like I have a bell, but will that bell doesn't even ring. Oh well. Does that bell, is that bell the center, or are the beds the center? I don't know, because you need the center of the village for where the zombie spawns. So if I put another bed in here and I put it off to the side, is that gonna mess up my farm here? I don't know. Can I stack beds, put them on top of each other, make bunk beds? You know, I don't know. So there's no zombies spawning right, or no golem spawning, because I think they have to sleep first. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And yeah, I like this vantage point because I can see really well. It makes it really nice to plan. So there's my farm, right? Those are my trees that I made. Now across this giant freaking mangrove swamp, you got to get across the swamp, and then over here, it's hard to tell, right? But the trees change. So this is a different kind of forest than this one. This is the mangrove forest, and this is like a birch oak forest. So you got to get past the mangroves. You got to get past the oak forest, and then when you get to that mountain there, on the other side of it, you can kind of see it, is a village. So I'm like, but crossing all that swamp is annoying. I'm like, how can I like get across this without going through the swamp? And I'm like, oh, I'll just build it above the swamp, right? I guess I could build it underground, but no, it's no fun to go underground, man. I've done that before, where I dig long tunnels underground, and it's just no fun. You don't get to see anything. It's really safe, but you don't see anything. It's just boring. And then I need to work on that bridge to make it like epic. But yes, now it's nighttime, right? Now it's nighttime. It should spawn a golem. So he slept for a moment. Anybody. There it goes. There it goes. So yes. He does this thing over there, and it will come fill this up eventually. Maybe, oh, there it goes. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah. So I spent a lot of time doing this. It was probably too much time. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. Because it solved it solved several problems. I got iron. I got stuff. I got experience points. I got a village. I got like cheap trades. Yeah, it solved a lot of problems. And with this vantage point, I can like really look at like what I want to plan next. Plus with the iron, now I can make tracks. So like, oh look, there's that long place way over there. I can make a train station that goes from probably up here, because I think that's tall enough to be above the mangrove swamp. And then just go make a train line across to that other mountain, to the other village. That way I can repatriate villagers. I can save them and then send them back to a village. Yay, there's 2 villages, right? There's one over there too. It's pretty easy to get to because I just take the river. So that village is easy. That village is almost impossible because of the swamp in between. Anyways, this is to keep villagers from leaving, right? They are taller than this, so they can't get out. It's really useful. Same thing right here, right? It's too tall, but because there's carpet, villagers can't fit through. Ah. So yeah, okay. Right? It's pretty good, right? It looks really good, right? It looks good. It works good. The villagers are alright. Mr. Dude with his bone. You know, whatever. His bone. Everything works great. Even this still works great. I had to move the thing over because it was blocking the golems when they spawned. I think what made me play a lot of Minecraft is because I found that program lossless scaling. And it just makes playing Minecraft a lot more enjoyable with shaders because of the fluidity of the frames. It uses all my hardware. Finally, I get to use all my hardware. See, look at this. I mean, like, trying to travel through this, like, it's easy now because I have torches. But imagine trying to travel through this with no torches. I don't think I have torches set up. Ta-da! I made it out of the swamp. Yeah, so Donald Trump is threatening to attack Greenland. And I think that's a sign that Donald Trump somebody needs to do something about Donald Trump. Somebody needs to do something about Donald Trump. Like, it's pretty sad that the Republicans are so weak that they can't do anything themselves. But somebody's got to do something about Donald Trump. That guy is going to cause a fucking world war. No joke. So we have ICE, like, invading Minneapolis right now. ICE is like a private army for Donald Trump. And, like, thousands of federal agents have flooded Minneapolis and have, like, taken over and set up checkpoints. And they're checking everybody's citizenship papers. Like, if you're not white, if you don't speak, like, if you speak English with a little bit of an accent, then that's enough reason for ICE to fucking arrest you. And then check your citizenship. They're going door to door doing this. It's not like they're, like, looking up criminals or whatever who are already in the system. They're not going to jails or to prisons. No, dude, they're going to people's houses. They're going to people's houses. And if they're not white, then they start questioning them. So understand what's happening with Donald Trump and with the regime, with ICE, is ethnic cleansing. Ethnic cleansing. That's when you forcibly remove people you don't like. Not because they committed a crime, but because of racism. Because racism. When you forcibly remove people from the place where they live because of racism, that's called ethnic cleansing. And that's what the Trump regime is doing. And it's not like the United States hasn't done it before. I mean, basically, the United States genocided the Native Americans to take their land. To make the United States. So they're doing it again. Hey, I need to make a farm real quick. Boxes right there. Water buckets. I need 2. At least. I need more sand. Where can you get sand? La la. Here's some sand. I don't need a lot of sand, dude. I don't know what you're doing. That's plenty. So Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. organized and organized and organized. And he helped strike a massive blow against white supremacy. And they killed him for it. Like right here. Oh, I should have got more dirt. Yeah, it's pretty clear that we still have a long ways to go in this country for racial justice. I'm gonna end this pretty soon. Oh, I need bricks. Mud brick. Glass. Yeah, dude, if we go to war against Europe, we're fucked. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, somebody really needs to do something like Donald Trump. I mean, that's all I can say, dude, is over and over and over again. Somebody needs to do something about Donald Trump. Somebody needs to do something about Donald Trump. He's fucking up everything, that Donald Trump. Somebody needs to do something about Donald Trump. He's fucking everything up. He's fucking it up. And then I listen and I hear all the workers working today. You're a worker. Yeah, that's right, but I'm a state worker. I get the day off. Yay. Donald Trump is evil. Fuck Donald Trump. Behold, all the water flows to the corner. To that corner there. Why, that's true. It does flow to that corner there. How can we exploit this? Let me demonstrate. Oh no. Ta-da! The item will drop in the water and flow to the hopper, where it be ready to be picked up. Complete. So now I'll have, so whenever a cactus grows, it cannot abide by things being on its side. So if it grows up one more, it'll automatically chop itself off and fall into the water. Yay. And what is this doing here? There. Now the water flows freely from all directions. Okay. I can make a better farm than this. But I don't want to right now. How long have I been going? Only 38 minutes, man. You have not really gone that far. Well, sir, if you want to make a... Yeah, this is not quite high enough. Look at... You gotta hit those trees right there. You gotta go a little higher. I would say up here. Now... Oh yeah, you might have to like skim... Yeah, there's like a ridge over there. Not high enough. Maybe up here. That seems like it would be high enough. 81? Oh no, where am I at? 102? That's pretty high, man. I can't see where it is anymore. The desert hill. It's too dark. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Enderman, where'd you go? The tallest point for a while. Okay, well, there's that. That's a taller point, but that's way over there. Yeah, that's the mountain. That's the one. I don't know what that is. But I walked over there one time. So I know that's the mountain. And it looks like you would barely make it if you launched it from like there. You might be clipping through some trees at the end. But yeah, I can totally make a train line from here to over there. Where would you start it? Right through that tree right there. I mean, I'd have to go like around that way, and then go over here. Okay, well then fine, right? So you start here, and you head out that way, right? So now you're gonna be out here. That's the mountain. Hmm. Yeah, I'd go out this way for a while. It's gonna put you way off to the side. But that's okay, man. It's just another turn, that's all, and then you're there. That's what a lot of Minecraft is. It's like using your imagination to like think about logistics of like how to do stuff. Like at least in survival. If you play creative, like who cares, right? But no one cares. You're the only one playing, dude. None yet, but it will. It'll start going. I need cactuses for well, for trash cans and to make minecart stations. I can get more if I go to the village. I got more sand. Clay ball. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a clay ball. I mean, I guess theoretically I could walk there. Do I want a train line that's way over here? There's that Enderman. Let's go, guy. Let's go. Yeah, buddy, come on, let's go. I have the high ground. Come on, dude, let's go. Oh, look. Yeah. All your height advantage gone. These things are fun because ender pearls, they're a nice way to travel. Like, I kind of almost want to make like a sky train, but then I'm like, how do I get down? Like, let's just make a sky train to wherever. But then, yeah, how do you go up and down? Behind, and it's funny, like how many things I found that were all just behind the little hill. It was like right there. It was just behind the little hill. So many little things. Yeah, that forest is massive, man. That mangrove swamp, massive, massive. It's so hard to travel through. And like right in the middle, jungle trees. What? Look at that cave. Roar. And then here's my land, right? So like there's that swamp right in the middle of the plains for some reason. There's my little bridge. I need to make it out of stone or something to be like more prominent. I'm trying to wall off the rest of the land with trees. But I was following the ridge and I probably shouldn't. I should just like go across and wall it off. That way the bridge is like the obvious one. Obvious choice. And then I got to do something with this area. Like, what's all this here for? But this is a ridge again, another ridge, the highland. This is all the lowland, so I don't know what to do there. And then that's my little bridge to go across. And that's like a big lake. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just a lake with a bunch of like swamp right there, forest right there, savanna right there. And then on the other side of the plains is just like sparse jungle. It's easy. It's sparse. The plains just kind of like turn into jungle. So there's just like one or two trees here and there. It's pretty nice. It's easy to travel. It's almost like a mini plains, and it's huge. Look how far back it goes. My goodness. You can go all the way back there. Oh, is that that must be a dark oak forest. Those are giant mushroom trees. Giant mushroom trees. I don't know what that is. Probably a burned down tree from the lava. So yeah, way back there is a dark oak forest. Way back there. There's the river that eventually, it doesn't, I don't think it connects. Maybe back there it does. But it goes to the ocean, the big ocean. And way over there, that's my Turtle Beach. It's funny, you can see it from way over here. That's awesome. Ooh, there goes. So anyways, alright. Yeah, dude, I'm not doing anything in Minecraft. Did you see the video of us in London? Like, so there's an NBA game in London, and they played the Star Spangled Banner, and during the middle of it, someone shouted, "Leave Greenland alone," and everyone cheered. Because America is not popular. It's not popular to be a fucking imperial force.
Leave Greenland alone!
Leave Greenland alone. Donald Trump is gonna fuck us. Somebody needs to do something about Donald Trump. There's my little path. I wonder what that is. That might be my spot where I... Oh, that's where I dig up sand. I'm like stripping the desert of its sand. Alright. Yeah, guys, I think it's pretty serious that Donald Trump is wrecking our reputation abroad. And I'll say it again, somebody needs to do something about Donald Trump. I don't care if it's impeachment, if it's removal by the 25th, something else, I don't care. Somebody needs to do something about Donald Trump. Somebody needs to take care of him. Like, he's un-American. Like, he's unleashed a fucking private army against us. Somebody needs to do something about Donald Trump. So yeah, happy birthday to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The struggle to end apartheid in America is still ongoing. Iron. See, if I were to dig it up, iron would take forever. Forever to get it. And it's high risk, too. It's not like it's easy to get. I need stone. Just because stone's nice. It's nice to have stone. I went through all my cobblestone, all my stone, all my iron, all my wood. I went through all my stuff to build that little base in the sky. I went through all of it. Burned through it all. Yeah, Donald Trump is a Russian asset. He's on Team Russia. He's a bad guy. He's the reincarnation of the Confederacy. We have to resist, defend democracy against the MAGA Nazis who want to overthrow the Constitution and hold power forever. It's up to us to stop them. And you can probably figure out the best way of doing that, because I can't, every situation's different. But there's lots of ways to resist. I heard that there might even be like a walkout or something going on the 20th, tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just doing this because I need to go for an hour. Hey, more iron. More iron. Yeah, you gotta find the iron, dig it up, bring it home, and then smelt it. Like, my God, it's so much easier to do the iron farm. I mean, it's pretty ethical, right? They're not, none of those guys are like trapped there. They're not in perpetual fear. They get scared every once in a while, but they're in no danger. No harm comes to them. So it's a more ethical iron farm than trapping them in a cell with the bed terrified always. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about all the MAGA after this. What are we going to do about it? Because even if you defeat Donald Trump, even if Donald Trump were like to be like removed from the equation somehow, like imprisoned, whatever, he dies, whatever. Once Donald Trump is gone, we're still going to be stuck with all these fucking MAGAs. The MAGAs aren't going anywhere. And they're just as bad, right? All they need is just another fucking leader to follow. Another evil leader. MAGAs are bad people, man. What are we gonna do about all the MAGAs? I mean, the problem is that a lot of them have been fed disinformation. So the MAGA problem is a disinformation problem. because that's how you make MAGAs. Is you have to use propaganda to lie to them about stuff. Use propaganda to lie about everything. Yay. Okay. Oh my. Well, okay, that will do for now. I think that's an hour. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King Jr. Keep fighting, keep fighting the racists. Let's endure and honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s memory by doing our part to strike against the Confederacy, the rebirth of the Confederacy. Okay, until next time, peace out. Stop.